So we're going to start this again now that I've got the actual sound set up correctly. Your weapons and books are ruined. Okay.
Move. That's my cue to play.
So we're going with Jimmy, the musician. I'm going to read the biography again. Jimmy Culver plays his trumpet at Velma's Diner. He inherited the instrument from his father, who played in nightclubs I visited in my younger days. From what I've heard, Jimmy's father passed along not only the trumpet, but also his talent. Of course, people exaggerate, but the gossip is that Jimmy's playing made the widow Jenkins leap up out of her coffin and dance at her own funeral. Nonsense, of course, but that is the sort of story that makes the more superstitious residents of Arkham avoid Velma's Diner when he is playing. We'll get back to this cutscene now that I've wasted everybody's time.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wilhelmina Tillinghast, professor of astronomy at Miskatonic University. All my life, I have dedicated myself to the study of celestial objects. Most recently, I visited Louisiana to observe the passage of a comet I had observed for many years. I hoped the trip would provide me with the evidence required to conclude my decades-long research. Yesterday, you received my telegram requesting that you meet me at my house, just outside Arkham. And so, you've decided to join me in my mansion.
Professor Tillinghast must like the blues more than those stuffed shirts at Miskatonic University if she called me out here for a performance. You don't see that too often in an elderly lady.
Welcome to my mansion, my friend.
I'd better ring the bell.
Camera control, use the right stick. Ooh. Moving control, use the left stick. Ooh. You gonna come up? Come on, numbskull. Oh, no, okay.
Maybe she's hard of hearing.
Oh, how rude of me to make you wait like this. I wonder whether something's wrong.
There's a light coming from that second floor window. She must be home. The door's locked. I ought to find a way in to check on her.
I'm fucking breaking and entering. Each scenario has a set specific objective to complete to progress to the next scenario. These objectives are displayed in your notebook and are updated as you complete them. Press the touchpad to open the notebook. Okay. There's no answer at the door, but one of the second floor lights is turned on. You arrived at my modest manor home in Arkham, invited personally by me, Professor Tillinghast. When I failed to answer the door, you understood at once something was amiss. After all, I'm hardly one of those absent-minded biddies whose mind wanders off at the slightest distraction. Quite reasonably, you search for another way inside the house to ensure I was well. Okay. Hi. Nope, okay. Magnifying glass icon is displayed over objects you can investigate. Okay, cool. As you've tested before, the front door is locked. It seems to be locked from the inside. Okay, awesome. This is definitely Professor Tillinghast's car. The engine appears to be cold. Can you stop rubbing your face against the laptop? This ornament seems to be used as a roundabout for vehicles. Box beneath the first floor window seems to invite you to take that way inside, but it looks to be shut tight.
It's no problem to reach the window, but it's shut tight. I'd need to smash the glass to get inside.
I hope you aren't thinking what I fear you're thinking.
What I need is something heavy to smash this window.
Thank God he said it out loud, so I know completely what he's thinking. Some interactions with objects may ask you to choose the best action out of several possible actions. Those are called complex interactions. Wheelbarrow stands abandoned on the lawn. Perhaps you'll find something inside to help you break the window. Look through. Found a wire cutter. I don't think the wire cutter will help all that well, but keep looking. Here stands the car in which you arrived. Before leaving, you should meet Professor Tillinghast. So cannot leave. This is my run speed. Oh. The gate is shut. You came in from the other side, the countryside, where here would be lovely for a long walk when the weather is fine. Not like today. You can see beautiful flowers in the greenhouse. Professor Tillinghast must be a passionate gardener. The gate is shut. You came in from the other side. The countryside here would be lovely for a long walk when the weather is fine, not like today. The basement must be behind this trap door, but you have no reason to go in there. The professor's waiting for you. Okay, you're not, like, insinuating that I need to throw the wire cutters at the window, right? That's not...
How dare you smash my window? I hope you intend to have it replaced.
I hope this really is an emergency and the professor forgives me. Anyway, I can't apologize until I find her. Where would she be?
Beautiful piano. You don't recall the professor mentioning that she can play. Judging from the dust on the instrument, you doubt it sees much use. A large painting of a comet hurtling through the night sky. Seems the professor's interest in astronomy colored her taste in art as well.
broken vase. The professor must have heard it fall. She wouldn't have just left it here.
I certainly would not. I take pride in a clean and tidy abode, especially when expecting visitors.
I'd better find her.
Well, I do believe we know that she is up. Okay, cool. Tutorial complex interactions. If your investigators have the knowledge required, they will offer advice on the best course of action. If this is not the case, they will tell you nothing. Broken glass, shards of some fragile object now shattered lie on the ground. Perhaps it is a clue. Tip, knowledge, logic, no advice. Okay. An unsuitable action makes the mythos clock go faster. Oh, okay. Well, I did it wrong. So through your investigation, you may draw the attention of the great old ones. This is called mythos. Mythos clock fills up each time an unsuitable action is chosen during a complex interaction. At the end of a full round of combat, when the mythos clock is full, the great old ones will intervene to slow you down. Be on your guard. Well then, can I... A closer inspection, the fractured object reveals it was a vase. Based on its position, you think it fell from the small table nearby. Since the fragments are free of dust, you deduce it broke recently.
That scream came from upstairs.
That sounds like my voice. I must need help.
Professor, was that you?
Of course it was. Hurry!
No answer. There must be someone else in the house. I ought to find a weapon.
Losing sanity. Certain events will force a sanity check. Each investigator's mental resistance score determines their chance of success to resist it. When sanity reaches 0, the investigator in question suffers from a trauma, which gives them a penalty. A table. A little table is full of items. Perhaps searching them will turn up one that's useful. Okay. We found a weapon while searching. Select the weapon by pressing X or cross. Move your cursor with the left stick on the empty slot and press cross again. Okay. Close the inventory by pressing circle.
That knife might come in handy if I run into trouble.
What on earth are you doing with my letter opener?
A door. It seems that this door is locked. It's a good thing that it's not where you want to go. Oh, is that a gun? A shoe rack. A shoe rack containing what you assume are the professor's shoes. Chances are she hasn't left the house. I want to go up this. Welcome in, Razor. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
The scream must have come from the other side of this door.
That's my office door.
The door through which you heard the professor scream is locked. Why is he walking up against it like that? Okay, let's go find a key. reflection gazes back at you from the scrupulously clean bathroom mirror. Wow, bathroom? It's where we do the math in the math room. Well-built cabinet is locked shut. This lock might be weak enough to break. Force the lock. Ooh, what did we find? Bandages. Nice. How do I open that? Just, oh, well, there's the map. Okay, so square. Do I need to equipped? Okay. There we go. Oh, okay. Well, doors just do. Nope. Toys are laid out around the room so carefully that you doubt a child ever touched them.
Who's there?
I'll ask the questions. Roland Banks, Bureau of Investigation. I'm on the job. Who are you, and what's your reason for being here?
What would a federal agent want with me?
The professor had some idea of hiring me to perform some music for her. I'm Jim Culver. When she didn't answer the door, I got worried and came in. Then I heard her scream and came upstairs.
Seems like I'm on the right track. Something hinky's going on here.
Is Professor Tillinghast a suspect in some crime?
She's only a person of interest. The Bureau has evidence that others are trying to involve her in some shady business. I came to find out what she knows, if anything. Then I heard the scream, too. Seems we need a key to get inside that room.
I wasn't prepared for so many guests today.
I'll help you find that key.
Roland Banks, new investigator. Open character sheet. Okay. Well, then let me feed her earlier. Hello. Sorry about that. I had to run and feed. Well, I had to feed the dog. She's feeding the cat. And I'm taking my Benadryl. Well, had I known I was going to get some of that was strong with ranged weapons just handed to me, then I probably would have picked someone with a higher investigation. Oh, well. Roland has more chance of dealing a critical hit in combat. Okay. Good to know. Oh, excuse me. Oh, found a key.
There's a key on this mobile.
My files say Tillinghast has no children. If that's true, why would she need a nursery?
The professor always wished for children, even long after she grew too old to have them.
Oh, I can't say it isn't true. I wish people were less prone to idle gossip.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is that a thing? No. Strong wooden chest doesn't seem locked, but something else prevents it from opening. You open the chest to find it is full of books. Lying atop them is a single sheet of paper on which is written a recipe for apple fritters. Peel, core, and slice the apples across, but not too thin. Dip into frying batter. Remove one at a time with a fork and drop carefully into the fryer. Remove from the fryer, when they reach a pale golden brown. Then drain. Dust with powdered sugar and serve with a slice of lemon. Banana fritters can be cooked in the same way. There you go. Now we all know how to make apple fritters. Cigarettes. That's good. Is anyone hurting for sanity right now? I don't think so. Well organized bookshelf with something on it. You found cigarettes. Well, hold on to those. Enemy encounters. Well, that's a big heads up. You will encounter enemies as you explore. You can know which rooms contain enemies as a glowing crawls from under the door. Okay, maybe we should check the rest of these rooms first then. Oh, Tower of Babel. The door doesn't lead to where Professor Tillinghast is. The door doesn't lead. A painting of cats. Old ladies tend to like cats, but you do admit it emits a sense of calm. Alright, well, let's go get to the fucking fight then. The door through which you heard the professor scream is locked. The key fits and you unlock the door.
What? Who?
An intruder! How many people can I expect to break into my house today?
All of them. How do you like it so far? So far it's very tutorial-y, so it's I don't I don't feel like it would be fair to make a statement on it yet. The graphics look like they could have run on an Xbox 360, though, so just take that with what you want.
Who are you?
Listen, pal. You've got some explaining to do. Come then. I have just the explanation you deserve.
Wait, what the fuck? Okay, turn-based combat. Combat is turn-based. Every character acts one after the other without time constraints. The order of each attacker is based on their initiative roll at the start of combat and is displayed at the top of the screen at the initiative bar. Action points. Each character has 5 action points to spend each turn. Each action has a specific action point cost. Once validated, an action cannot be undone except for movement. There are 3 types of weapons: melee, ranged, and spellbook. Each investigator has a different attribute with the various weapon types. This attribute will affect the action point cost of the action. Okay, so what? Can I not move first? No, impossible to reach from here. Okay, awesome. So then how do I... There we go. Once you are out of action points... Shit, I moved too much. Once you are out of action points or want to end your turn with a specific investigator, you can select the end turn action. Okay, can I take that back? Come up, Ken. Oh god, that's like point fucking blank. This dude ain't got shit. Kazams!
What's going on?
We'd better have a look inside.
How about we check this drawer first? We found some bandages. That's good. Everybody needs bandages. I'm gonna stock you up with bandages. I'll take that. Okay. Tutorial reload. Remember to reload your weapons after each fight. You can reload from the inventory. Select your weapon, then click reload. Okay. But not assuming that means it's full. Okay. How do we say? Oh boy, you have one save spot. Well, this isn't gonna end well.
Who in blazes are you?
What happened here? Is that...
Wait. That's me. That is, it's my body.
That's Professor Tillinghast, all right. She won't be telling me much anymore.
Wah, wah.
We need to stop them.
Wow, that did good. I know I have one action point, but I want to end my turn. Oh, I was hoping I could get 2 shots off, but I don't think that's going to happen. William. Really? What if I get, like, right up on him? Okay. Don't want to do that, but if we do... Oh, I was about to say, did I fucking miss? Oh. After all the characters have had their turn to attack, the Miso's clock will fill up. Be on your guard. I don't think I'm going to reach. Oh, what the fuck? Hold up. Nope, nope. Possible to reach from here. God damn it. I know what that is. Wait, but did it not activate it? Let's take a bit of a step. Hey, fuck you, cultists!
Who were those cloaked figures? This wasn't just a burglary.
You're right about that. Must be connected to my investigation. We better have a look around.
Oh, Jesus, welcome in, Ping. There's a Batman offshoot? No. No, the Arkham is more of a reference to like H.P. Lovecraft type stuff, not Batman type stuff. Glyph on the floor. A large glyph has been painted on the floor, apparently in blood. You're certain Professor Tigsgist was deliberately killed above it. What you aren't certain of is why. You feel the stability of your mind shatter. Sanity check. Okay, well.
What's this weird symbol drawn on the floor? Is
Like,
that blood?
looks like the Hydra emblem almost.
My nice, clean floor. Ruined.
That's what you're worried about.
That looks like some kind of cult symbol. This ain't a garden variety burglary.
See, Ping, that's why periodically I have to go through and purge my list on Twitch. Not in a negative way, it's just that, you know, sometimes I ain't watched somebody in a long time, so. Tell at the glance that the object was once formed. we should be able to put some of the objects back together. So, put together. Reassembling most of the shattered container, you see a flask that probably came from a laboratory. You can make out the printed words Miska Uni Lab. Miska Muska Miski Mouse?
I hope this broken glass doesn't mean there's been trouble.
No, the dead body means that there's been trouble. That. And the cult. And the scream?
Yeah, a broken jar or flask. Can make out a few letters. Miska, Uni, Lab.
I think it's University Science Lab.
Miskatonic University Science Lab.
You say?
That's simple enough.
Boy, I tell you, my dude over here is the most intelligent man in the room, and he is a musician, so it's always a flaw, just gotta find it. The desk drawer is locked. You'll need to open it before searching inside. Find flaws. Inside the drawer, you are tucked various notebooks. At a glance, you find nothing related to the murder, but it's clear that the professor was in the habit of recording even trivial events in her life.
Look at these notebooks. Is this the professor's handwriting?
It is, but how would you know?
There's no useful information here, but perhaps Professor Tillinghast kept notes on this material in another location.
Nothing to do there. Okay. The clock continues ticking away the seconds. Inconsiderate of the terrible crime, the poets assure us should have stopped its function. Oh, hardy, har. Okay, so we've looked at everything. Let's pull the camera out as far as we can. Okay, I know, and you know, that we should probably be looking at that, but the game's not going to let me. So, moving along. Hang on a second. How's Deuteronomy doing? Hold on. I want to see character sheets. Not maps. Character sheets. I want character sheets. How do I character sheets? Enemies. Okay, so he's only taken 6 points of damage. I'm not gonna waste one of these that heals 12 points on him. Ooh. Okay. Well, we know where she is. So what am I missing here? Search for clues. Okay. I mean, there's no other clues to search in that room. Here, hold on. I should run. There we go. That's just asking for trouble, having candles on the floor that close to a curtain in the 1920. That's a bad idea. Something interesting lies atop the small table. Wait, did I say something or nothing? Something interesting lies atop the small table. The fucking what? Okay, we've checked all this stuff. We've checked all this stuff. That's right. We know how to make apple fritters now. I guess we need to go downstairs. That puts me face to face with that lovely mask. Seems that this door is locked. Shoe rack. Okay, so there must be something in that room that I'm missing. So let's go back up there. Oh shit, I never clicked on her. I'm stupid. To your horror, you recognize the body is definitely that of the professor, and there's no question she is dead. God damn it, it's going to increase my clock, isn't it? If I pat down the body. Yep. Okay, good. A deep weeping wound on her abdomen appears to be the cause of death. Judging by the wetness, it appears she was killed recently. You feel the stability of your mind shatter. Sanity check, which we passed.
Poor Professor Tillinghast. Such a terrible death.
Despite my age, I had much more to do in life.
I mean, we always do.
This wound on her stomach, it looks like she was knifed.
Like, I'm not familiar with that adjective. Was she stabbed? Was she slashed? Was she... I mean, it's two things a knife can do. That's like saying somebody... Oh, what's that playing card over there? That's like saying somebody that was hit with a car was walking incorrectly.
We found everything we're liable to find here. Time to see where the evidence leads us.
And so my friends set out to discover how I was killed.
You were killed by getting knifed in the gut. That's how you were killed. We need to find out the why. What are we gonna get, a title drop? We got a trophy. Managed to stay sane. Professor was found dead in her own home by what appears to be members of a cult. What happened? Both my peeps got no trauma. Main objective, enter the mansion, find the professor, find out what happened. No secondary objectives. Your investigators are returning to the office.
Search of my office makes it clear you must visit Miskatonic University. Not only did I work there, but the broken jar came from the university lab. Why did those strange men need it? Whatever the answer, you're sure to find it at Miskatonic.
I'm going to wager a guess that the reason why they needed the vial was because it had chloroform in it. All right, group selection. You need to select a group that will continue the investigation to the next scenario. Build a group based on the challenge you expect to face in the field. Review the investigator's strengths as needed in the note. Considering I only have 2 people and one is a musician, We're just gonna go with those two people. I mean, what the fuck? We're gonna take Jim, and we're gonna take Roland. Are you sure you want it? Yes, these are the only two guys I've got. What? Tutorial office and equipment. At the end of a scenario, all the items you have collected on your investigation are stored here. Before heading out again, make sure that you have assigned weapons, accessories, and items to your investigators. Oh, sweet. Okay, so let's give Homeboy back the knife. Give Holmes... What? Okay, I was about to say, what the fuck? Give them each one bandage. You know what, actually... Give the cigarettes to... We're also going to give him the second bandage. Just because he's got to get in close range. We only have 2 bullets? Okay. Wait, what? What do you mean spoilers? What are you talking about, spoilers? I'm not talking about spoilers. I'm not talking about cars. This isn't a racing car game. Are you sure you want to... Are you sure you want to go back to the selecting your inventory? All inventory equipment will be searched. Okay. Oh,
Your
God.
search of my office makes it clear.
Oh, my bloody hell. Hit the wrong button. Are you sure you want to continue the investigation with the current... Yes. Oh, you're saying spoilers because I said chloroform. I'm just guessing. I mean, even though back in the 1950s, you probably were able to just walk down to your general store and buy chloroform. You know.
Welcome to Miskatonic University, home of the prestigious Orne Library, which includes the country's largest collection of occult books. I once studied here as a student, later donning the mantle of professor and passing along all I learned to the next generation of astronomy students. This place was like a second home to me. Perhaps the things I left behind will provide you with clues to the answers you seek.
Welcome in, Iron Fox.
Science and astrophysics sounds like a lot of math. I'd rather do my counting bar to bar.
Oh, it has changed over the years, but no place feels more like home to me. Not even my little house.
The secretary said Professor Norman Withers could give us access to Professor Tillingust's office. But what do we expect to find?
We won't know until we look.
All right, let's brace this Withers character and find out what's what.
Exploration and combat overlay. Am I gonna fight some of these motherfuckers? The overlay is available in both exploration and combat by pressing R2. Displayed by default are statistics affecting your current group, mythos, traumas, and condition. R2. Okay. Excellent. What did she say? That's where I saw her face pop up. Is there a log? A manila file folder. Look Looking inside, you spot what might be something useful. You have found a new item. Epinephrine? A shot of epinephrine, a real jolt to the system. Revive at 50%. Oh, wow, nice. Okay, move. We'll have the cop hold on to the methamphetamines, if you will. Oh, hold on. The bulletin board includes a map of the first floor of the Science and Astronomy building, complete with a big red "You Are Here" arrow. A shelf full of trophies, all inscribed for the Mistonic Astronomy Club. You wonder what sort of astronomy event results in a trophy. That's a good question. A note left on a bench a student sits on catches your eye. It reads, "I can't stop thinking about that queer old book with its strange writing. Even holding it in my hands seems to drain my strength, as if it were some sort of vampire sucking away my energy. When the professor caught me with it, she confiscated it at once. I haven't seen it since." Okay, so definitely need to do it. Okay.
Here's Tillingist's office on the left. Withers to the right. They must have known each other pretty well.
Professor Tillingist's door is locked.
But of course, my friend, academics are no less prone to snooping around each other's secrets. Some have even been known to steal a colleague's research and present it as their own.
We'd better ask Withers for the key.
I say no, Agatha. You will pardon me for saying I have never believed your methods to be the least bit scientific. I refuse to believe that Wilhelmina would have...
Oh, they're talking about me. Norman and I were colleagues for years. So naturally, we addressed each other by our Christian names. You, of course, may call me Professor Tillingist.
I'm just going to call you the professor.
Yes, what is it? How can I help you?
Pardon the intrusion, Professor Withers. We're investigating Professor Tillingist's death, and we...
Not again. Can't an old man mourn his friend in peace? Oh, these constant intrusions by reporters and police and garden variety busybodies. As I told your friends earlier, I do not wish to be disturbed.
Listen, pal.
Wait just a moment, Norman. Something tells me these people aren't the same as the others. Look at their eyes. They've seen things beyond the quotidian. Oh, forgive my manners. I'm Professor Agatha Crane, and you seem to know of my colleague, Professor Norman Withers. Something tells me you've seen Wilhelmina, haven't you? That is, Professor Tillingist.
Agatha, for heaven's sake, stop this nonsense.
No, Professor Withers, she's right. We have seen unusual things. We arrived too late to save Professor Tillingist, but we've seen evidence that whatever happened to her was unnatural, to say the least. We intend to get to the bottom of it.
How was it unnatural? She was killed by a human being.
I told you, Norman, that box could hold more than knickknacks and gewgaws. I, for one, want to see it for myself. You there, come with me.
Isn't that pronounced gewgaws, not gewgaws? Hang on a second while I increase the volume on my fan. It wasn't blowing me as hard as I thought it should.
What? Where are you going, you confounded parapsychologist?
To the observatory. Wait here, Norman. I know you won't want to be disturbed further.
Agatha Crane, new investigator. Open character sheet. Okay. Agatha, increase the group's members' initiative in combat. Oh, she's great for initiative. Oh, I guess I should read her thing. Professor Agatha Crane made her reputation in mathematics and psychology, two fields I would never have expected someone to combine. Surprising us even more, she turned those studies to the outre fields of parapsychology and the occult. That's not written well. Some of the others might smile at her behind their hands, but I find her stories and speculations highly entertaining, even if they are no more than a bunch of balderdash. We never read the cops or this dude's thing. So let's see here. I first met Agent Roland Banks when he visited my home to ask me whether I knew anything about some strange group of people. He seemed to have little more than vague rumors to investigate, and to be honest, I still don't entirely understand what he was after. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Still, he seems honest, if not open, and he has the broad shoulders and quiet confidence one likes to see in members of the Bureau of Investigation. He certainly appeared to be the sort of person one would call for help. Okay, well, I know he doesn't want to be interrupted any further. Fuck yes. Bullets. Thank you. Why are you holding on to bullets, by the way? Professor Norman Withers stands before you, puffing his chest impatiently. I know you wish to search the observatory, but for the life of me, I can't imagine what you expect to find there. A small telescope pointed out a window. Peering through it, you must look away from the bright light of the sun. No doubt the view is better at night. Do we not have the keys to her engraved instructions? Professor Shannon. Turning the knob, you find the door's locked. Okay, well, fantastic. At least lets me check this thing here. Interesting haircut for a woman of this time frame. In the corridor stands a bookshelf proudly displaying the publications of Miskatonic University. Mounted in the center is a plaque reading Lux in Obscuro Sumus. Or, as Latin readers would translate, we are the light in the darkness. Some map.
Ah, the old observatory. Don't be fooled by its antiquated fixtures, my friends. Of course, the new Gerald Warren Astronomical Observatory is a technological marvel, but I shall always remember this one more fondly. Through these telescopes, I first gazed with wonder at the stars and the vast voids between them.
Perhaps something other than a key can open this lock. Well, I mean, he should be able to do that, right? Nope. How about we take a look around before we make another... Ah, wrench. Well, I don't want her to be unarmed, so... Oh shit, they need to equip. What is this? Boy, it's a good thing we didn't get into combat. Okay. So much clutter fills the desk that it might take a while to find a needle in this proverbial haystack. You decide to open a small top drawer. You should be so lucky. You found a new item, Book of Restraint. The Eldritch phrase that binds the target's limbs, slowing movement. Okay, well, we're going to give it to her. And I guess we equip that.
Could it be? Yes, these glyphs indicate gestures of power, of magic. This, my friends, is a grimoire, a book of spells. What it is doing at the university, I cannot say, but we mustn't let this opportunity go to waste. We must see whether these spells work.
So let's go find somebody to cast it on. It's all right. My clock's about to go off, and it's going to cause us to fight something, probably. Once the pride of the Miskatonic University Astronomy Department, this outdated telescope hasn't seen much use in recent years. All right, we're going to pop the lock on this somehow. Why does it say it's unlocked now? We'll just break the door. God damn it. When a Mythos clock is full, a Mythos event is triggered, resulting in a penalty for the group. Also, your group will need to resist the Great Old One's influence or lose a sanity point. Insanity, you feel, no, you hear. No. What is this? This is wrong. Your head is about to explode. All investigators must check their sanity. Okay. What about lockpick? There we go. Tilling's box. After applying a little elbow grease and opening the locker, you find a box inside. Written in neat letters on the label is the name Professor.
Here is the mysterious box.
The label marks it as belonging to Professor Tillingist. What are these strange things inside?
This symbol. It was in Professor Tillingist's room.
You've seen this symbol in Wilhelmina's room, haven't you? It is similar to the iconography of ancient pagan rituals.
Do tell.
Here is proof that Wilhelmina's research went beyond known science and into the realm of the paranormal.
Many of our colleagues questioned Agatha's unorthodox avenues of research, but none questioned her resolve. Once she sets her mind to a goal, nothing can stop her.
We must show this to Norman. Only then will he help us.
Will he help us, though? Okay. She got the Mad Eye Moody going on.
Look here, Norman. See the odd things in this box of Wilhelmina's? Whatever she was researching, it was far more than that comet.
I don't see what this has to do with her death.
We saw a sign identical to the one on this box in the room where Professor Tillingist was killed.
I must admit that seems far too unlikely to be mere coincidence. Very well. You have my attention and my help. Wilhelmina left Arkham earlier this year, and I received this box. After hearing no word from her, I became concerned, and I confess, I briefly searched her office for some indication of the purpose of her travel.
Oh, Norman, you dear fool. I was only gone a week. Why did you worry so?
You were a woman on your own in the 1920s.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make sense of her notes. They made no sense to me. I did sense a whiff of the occult about them, which I admit made me uneasy.
A whiff of the occult. It smells like patchouli. That's definitely the occult.
One horn's never as good as a whole band. We should play this tune together until we find out what's at the end.
You're right, of course. Here, take the key to Wilhelmina's office. While you have a look in there, I'll pore over these notes again.
What was that sound? It came from next door.
That was the sound of a combat encounter beginning.
My office? Who's in there?
Could it be the cloaked figures? Just brazenly walking about a school in broad daylight? The door has been unlocked. Oh, shit, we already went in.
What was that commotion? There's nobody here.
Someone beat us to it. The room's been searched, and recently.
Just look at this mess. Someone has ransacked my office.
Look there. Even the safe is broken open.
Now they're on the lam. We gotta nab them before they get off campus.
Whoever it is must be dangerous. You must protect the students.
Okay. First things first, we search. You find a book on the notorious occultist Aleister Crowley entitled A Treatise to Astrology? Treatise? What was in the safe? The safe in Professor Tilling's office has been forced open, presumably by the same culprit who ransacked the place. There's nothing left inside the safe. Yay, we got our sanity back. That's good. Ow, shit, fuck, sorry. A series of notes written in Professor's distinct hand. They appear to be nothing more than observations on her students, which she apparently liked to pair off like a matchmaker. While amusing, the notes don't appear useful to your investigation. Okay, so everything's done. Oh, except for that fucking... Is that the Psycho house, or is that the fucking house from Seventh Guest? You see Edward Hopper's painting House on the Railroad. Its stark vertical and horizontal lines, as well as the striking color palette, seem unsettling in this context. Let's drop a save. We're about to get into a fight.
Judging by their clothes, these are the same people who were in the professor's house.
They're the ones who looted her office. Stop them! Who are these interlopers? Deal with them while the others escape!
Damn. You hurt my boy. Why'd you hurt my boy? Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Fuck. Hot damn, that fucked him up. Okay, I need to... I didn't kill him? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. During the course of the game, your investigators will see their status affected by various conditions, some positive, some negative. Whether an investigator is affected, you will receive immediate feedback indicating this condition. This feedback will fade, but the portrait will display a buffed or debuffed icon. You can obtain more detailed information about the condition affecting the investigators or the enemies by opening the overlay screen. Okay. Tutorial spellbook. Spellbooks allow the investigators to manipulate unfathomable energies. While a spellbook is equipped, the investigator can't use Overwatch no matter the nature of the spell. Some also may have unknown effects on your group or enemies, which looks to be the situation here. So, oh damn, that didn't let me move very far at all. Oh. Damn! Like this. This should. Well, should I just. Well. Blast this motherfucker. Right in the face.
That scream is coming from down the corridor.
Oh no, the students!
I mean, yeah, it should be one of your main concerns.
Must be one of those weird burglars. Let's go.
Yes, because they're burgling. God damn it. Okay. Bulletin board filled with flyers for university activities, including an announcement for an upcoming home game for the Squids, over which someone has scrawled, "Go Pods." The door leads to a different department in the university. You wouldn't find anything concerning Professor there. Plaque says it's the door to the science lab, but it's locked.
That scream came from right around here.
This was Wilhelmina's classroom. It sounds as though some students have locked themselves in.
Who's out there?
It's me, Professor Crane. Are you all right in there?
We're safe, but some strange people attacked us. We managed to barricade ourselves inside.
You stay put until we've dealt with them. Did you see which way they were heading?
They ran down the next corridor. Be careful, Professor. They look dangerous.
After we handle those burglars, we should come back here. If this was Professor Tillingist's classroom, we might find clues inside.
I would really like to find something to fix some of your sanity, my guy. Maybe emptying this mess is hell. Bullets, baby! Oh shit, that's right. We need to reload. Oh. No, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. Whoop! Oh, what does that do? Okay, that fixes sanity, but hurts. So we're gonna just hold on to those.
Come here, you!
Oh shit!
Help me!
What a hater!
We must protect the students.
Okay, well you better get a good. Some fights will require that you protect civilians. Make sure that you protect them. Use items or spells on them as needed.
Help me!
Okay, first things first, you are going to move. That would be fine there. Put you in Overwatch. Okay. Shit. Fuck. I'll go ahead and do that. Can I not stand here? There you go. Okay. Her Overwatch requires 3 spots. Okay. Oh no!
Help me!
You're fine. Calm down. It's my people I'm worried about. Okay, so he's no longer stunned. Oh no. Okay, but shit. I can't reach from here. God damn.
Help me!
You're fine. Nobody's hurting you. You, why? Everybody needs to get off the fact that Arkham does not mean Batman. I hate the fact that that takes up so much. Scooter forward. Oh, well, okay, she could hit this dude. Oh, fuck. I was about to say, didn't he enter into the other Overwatch?
Help me!
Are you all right?
Thank you. I think I'll be fine. It's mostly shock.
This was just a diversion. We need to catch up to the men that were in Professor Tillingist's office.
Handbook of Modern Medical Practices. Good for brushing up on your skill at healing. Okay. Well, that's cool. Oh, thank God. Sanity replacement card for most of them. Newspaper article from Arkham Gazette. Body vanishes from cemetery by Gerard White. The Arkham Gazette has learned that a body disappeared from the city's cemetery early this morning. Police have questioned a man found on the scene, believing him to be a witness and perhaps an employee of the cemetery. More information to come as the story unfolds. Okay, let me just rotate that. As you try to open the door, Professor's classroom, you feel a heavy resistance. It seems as though are they gone? Calls the timid voice from the students. So look at all those. There's another fight waiting to happen.
Are you hurt?
No, just bruised. Some men in weird costumes knocked me down.
Which way did they go?
They ran right into that classroom.
Okay, good. That didn't hurt my brain head. All right, so save. I need to gain a sanity back at least. Here's healing. To him. Use to heal him. Yeah, looking good. We're gonna move this to you. Okay, and before we walk through this door and enter into another fight, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Give me a second. I gotta let the dog out too.
Who are you people?
There they are. They have the professor's things. Get them back.
These fools mustn't stop us. Deal with them.
He got a gun. She got a gun. Hold on. Oh, that hurt. Okay. All right. So Mythos effect, Aberrant Tangle. Invisible tendrils entwine your limbs, slowing you whenever you're in mortal peril. Move distance lowered in combat until the end of the fight. That's great. All right, let me try to get the dog back inside. Oh, it's nice. Hey, waste no time, lady. No, put her on her ass. Wait, no. Yeah, there we go. That Overwatch is so large. Oh, I thought that was all she could move. Shit. So, fuck you, dude. Thought I missed again. Then we'll have this professor. Oh, you know what? I'll just have her use the fucking wrench.
They won't be knocking down any more students. Now, let's see what they took from Professor Tillingist's office.
Robbing the robbers. It would all seem a bit tawdry if it weren't so poetic.
Visual study is enough for now, so we'll just... Okay, the unmoving body of one of the strangely garbed intruders. He would be terrorizing... He won't be terrorizing the students any longer, but perhaps he carried identification, or better yet, a clue. Why did that hurt her? This man's corpse produces no clues. You feel your stability return. What secrets can I find on this corpse? The unmoving body of one of the... He won't be terrorizing. Okay, so search... We're gonna go with search thoroughly? Yeah. A search of the corpse turns up a letter from the head of the Department of Science and Astronomy. It grants Professor exclusive use of the science lab for a time. Reading between the lines, you presume she intended to perform an experiment there.
This letter indicates that Professor Tillingist reserved the science lab for some experiment.
Oh, damn. Writing it down should turn up a clue. Why didn't that go up? From the dead man's pocket, you draw out a telegraph addressed to the professor. Alphonse Lanuit is the traitor. Stop. Could pose threat to your life. Stop the herd. Item found, telegraph mentioning Lanuit.
Maybe it doesn't solve the mystery, but now we have a couple more names to go on. Alphonse Lanuit and the herd.
I don't recognize those names.
Alphonse Lanouille. An unsavory character indeed.
These clues might not make sense now, but we might be able to connect them to others later. I think that's all they took.
We should return to Wilhelmina's classroom and tell the students the way is clear.
If that's the case, let's check the classroom. If it was Professor Tillingist's, we're bound to find some clue about what happened to her.
Atop the podium is an outline for a talk on autumn constellations, including Andromeda, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pegasus, and Pisces. Satchel style. Sweet. Is that a fucking sword? Ooh, I do need to reload. We should probably save too, just in case. Because two of my guys are kind of hurt. But I kind of want to push it and see how far I can take it before they require healing. Okay, we'll come back to this in a minute.
It's all clear, students. We've taken care of those brutes.
Thank you, Professor.
Let's make sure everyone is unhurt. Then let's have a look around this classroom.
I guess everybody was unhurt. This locked display case is full of rocks, some with extraterrestrial origins. Resting on a straight-back wooden chair is a notable item. Found filthy bandages. Lovely. Well, I guess we'll check that student on the way out. A young woman who was hiding in the classroom says she was one of the professor's students while she still appears frightened. Perhaps you could coax more information out of her. But to get an answer, you need to know the right question. As you question the student, she says, "A few months ago, the professor asked me to return a book to the library. I returned it without looking at what it was. All I remember is that it was a large yellow book." A student looks nervous, perhaps shaken by whatever he read in the paper. "Have you heard?" he asks. "Professor's body disappeared from the cemetery. The only witness is an Albert Hatcher, the gravekeeper. Whatever he saw drove him mad. What could it be?"
Professor Tillingist's body vanished from the cemetery? How ghastly.
I didn't realize it had been long enough for her to have been buried.
Who on earth would steal my corpse? It must have been grave robbers, of course. It isn't as though I could have leapt up and walked away.
Foreshadowing?
This Albert Hatcher is our only witness. We should visit him when we're done here.
The handwriting in this letter is difficult to make out, and the sentences go on and on. Sounds like my notebook. Deciphering the note, you find it describes astronomical observations by one of Professor's students. A number of sequential dates are crossed off without notes, as if the professor missed several classes. Thanks for the help, says a young woman. When you ask about the professor, she says she's been spending a lot of time in the library lately. I noticed she kept a book in her bag. I didn't notice the title, but I saw the author's name was Y. Page. If you can find that book, it might tell you what she was searching. Okay, I think I need to start taking notes here. Hold on. Yellow. Oh, can you stop crying? Why? Page. It's not even actually crying. Can I dislodge? Thank you. With your gentle guidance, the student begins making sense. I am one of the professor's research assistants. Lately, the professor has been working on a project of her own. When I asked her about it, she said it was a project too advanced for me. I guess I was a little insulted, so I spied on her. I saw her look through the books in the third bookcase from the back of the library, the one with all the dictionaries and encyclopedias. She seemed impatient for results. If only she'd let me help. So, third bookcase from the back of the library. Okay. Third from the back. Let me get away from that, stupid. Notes atop this desk outline the way ancient cultures regarded the constellations, presumably the most recent topic addressed in this room. Calm mind is the best at answering questions. Calm down. Oh. I forgot about this item. Stronger than 10 cups of coffee, this Brahmo caffeine will get you moving faster. 5 action points. Now, I'm assuming down here was the library. Oop. Oh, good. Dirty bandages. Ooh, lots of them, too. Oh, wait. Should probably save. I see dead people. I see dead people? Question mark? Bullets? Nice. Okay. What is this? Say taking this watch reassures you that everything will be alright for now. That's gonna be a good item. Every now and then I swear I hear the motion tracker from Alien Isolation. A note on the table, most likely written by a student. 1 pint split peas, 1 carrot, 1 turnip, 1 onion, 3 tablespoons of dried mint, 2 pints of stock, pepper and salt, 1 teaspoon of pea powder. Soak the peas for 24 hours, then drain, put into the stock, and bring to a boil. Add the chopped vegetables and simmer for 2 to 3 hours. Rub through a wine sphane, thicken with pea flour, and bring to a boil again. Season to taste. Serve with dried mint and fried croutons. That actually sounds kind of good. Ah, no, don't do that. Place to sit. Let's get this chair over here. Watch your toes. you discover a record of comet sightings since the dawn of astronomy. Some of these comets won't return for another 10,000 years. Interestingly, Wilhelmina is listed as one of its borrowers. That was 15 years ago. So the professor. Okay. It said the third one in the bag. Does that make this the first or the third? Oh shit. Reference section in the library is full of encyclopedias, indexes, dictionaries, and all manner of helpful books. I think it was why, yeah. What? Okay. Books dedicated specifically to astronomical observation, study stars. But they specifically stated the one that had all the encyclopedias and shit. Hold on. Hold on. Spied on her and saw her looking through the books in the third bookcase from the back of the library, the one with all the dictionaries and encyclopedias. She seemed impatient for results, if only she'd let me help. But then there was yellow. Wait, why page? Is that not how the Dewey Decimal System works? Might reload. Okay. Have a yellow volume. Among the reference books, you find one listing scientific groups in the United States. One of them is called the Herd of Al-Jedi, a small astronomical society based in New Orleans, Garden District.
Here it is again. The Herd of Al-Jedi. There's some sort of astronomy club. That explains the professor's interest.
They're based in New Orleans.
Perhaps that's where the professor went on her trip.
That makes sense, since she circled the name in the book.
I do feel a pang of guilt at defacing a book in such a manner.
Oops.
I think we visited all the places Professor Tillinghast worked in the university.
It's about time we return to Norman's office. Perhaps he's made some headway with those notes.
I gave you a chair. Can you sit in the chair? I gave you a chair. Sit in the chair. All right, where the fuck was? Just that a bit. Will this let me go in here?
Ah, you're back at last. Did you find the cause of the commotion?
We took care of it, Doc. Still, there might be trouble ahead.
We discovered another clue as to what happened to Professor Tillinghast, as well as an enemy.
An enemy of Wilhelmina, poppycock. Everyone liked her, even the students.
Do you know any reason why she requested exclusive access to the science lab for several days?
What? No, she had no need of a lab. As an astronomer, she spent most of her time in the observatory, not among flasks and beakers.
The broken glass we found in Professor Tillinghast's house looked like it might have been a flask or beaker.
Here, this is the key to the science lab. You can find the entrance in front of Wilhelmina's classroom.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. Ah. Why is there a fight in here? Delete these things. Oh fuck, that's the laboratory. Okay, cool. Let's do this.
How did you? I could have sworn I locked that door. You'll regret opening it.
I don't like the looks of this fellow.
Look what he did to that guard! Grab him before he tries it with us!
Okay. So we got... Somebody's got a magic book. Fuck, we're gonna need to heal. Probably be the smart move, but go for the closer shot. Ouch. Where is he going? Oh, you fucker. Oh, you guys are assholes. Like, this dude is right outside my range. Or at least I thought he was. Guess he's not. Oh, God, that's a nice shot. Oh, damn. Oh, fuck, he's stunned. Oh, he dead. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. Shit. And so he can't do shit. You'll cast a spell. Whoa, fuck. Well, that sucks. A whole biscuity bunch. Okay, this dude needs to heal. Oh, and we can also attack. Sweet. That didn't kill him. Okay. Cool. Whatever. I can't move past this dude. That's fucked. We're just gonna take one little step and beam this motherfucker.
What just happened?
That man cast a spell. Oh, I know how that sounds, but you saw it with your own eyes. Something Wilhelmina researched proved dangerous, fatally so for her.
All right, we did do it. Now we check all the things. No need for a complete search. A pat down should do. Why did she get hurt? On a scrap of paper in his pocket, you find a list of locations: the professor's mansion, Miskatonic University, the asylum, and something called a witch house. You feel a stability of. One step closer. The class notes on the chalkboard are partially erased, as if someone had begun to clear the board before noticing the enormous "Do Not Erase" notice. Oh, what's that back there? That doesn't look like that's going to be good. Scattered pages and notebooks litter the area. It might be tedious to search it all, but doing so might turn up an overlooked clue. Maybe of the jumbled notes mentioned the imminent passage of a comet the professor appeared to be studying. Well, that don't look like no earthly thing.
What is this thing? Is it even alive? I've never seen anything like it.
No matter its origin, you must admit it is a scientifically important discovery.
That container looks the same as the broken glass we found at Professor Tillinger's house. Do you suppose someone took one there?
Well, we're gonna. What is that? A biblically accurate globe? We're gonna touch it, or we're gonna burn it. A weird worm-like creature with strange tentacles, looks like growth, lies on an operating table. It appears dead or dormant. Something about its strange appearance strikes revulsion into your heart. This thing is an abomination. Rather than let the students find it, you decide to burn it.
We can't just leave this thing behind. We have to destroy the body. Burn it.
You can't know how this creature's flesh will react to flame. Don't take the risk.
You're right. We can't let anyone else get a hold of this thing.
Boo! I wanted to see it go up in flames. The professor spent at least as much time at the university as she did at her own home. There's no better place to start investigating her activities before her gruesome murder. Main objectives: investigate the professor's office, retrieve what was taken from the professor's office, find information on the professor. No secondary option. There are objectives. Your investigators are returning to the office.
Gravekeeper Albert Hatcher is the only one who saw how my body left the cemetery. And whatever it was broke his sanity. Questioning a madman might not be easy, but it's the only lead you have.
So the audio dropping off as she started talking, that is the game. That's not the stream. It's not anything like that. That is the game that's doing that. So I do apologize for that. If you will give me a quick second, since this game is so chill, I think I'm going to enjoy a nice glass of whiskey while I play it. So, give me just a second while I pour myself a little something. No. I gotta get the books. Hold on. You said what? Number one? Our wedding was so beautiful. Even the cake was in tears. I got two hot cakes. So at least everybody's health and shit resets. But I only get 2 slots that I can take with me. I think Jim and Roland have been doing very well together. But we may want to take the lady, because she seems like she makes it a lot easier to talk to people that are kind of unstable. So go ahead and take the Fed and then Professor McGonagall. And inventory. Oh, we haven't read her thing. Or did we? Yes. Yes, we did, because that S is in a weird spot. At the end of the second paragraph going into the third, sum is weirdly separated. I'm sorry, lady. What's your Agatha? Sorry. Are you sure you want to use these investigators? Yes. So, now. The good police guy is going to get the gun. Let's give her the pipe wrench. Give her the magic defense. This is where it starts to get tricky. Have him take the medical book. Have him still hold the dirty ones. Hold off on that. Okay. I think that's going to have to do it. Because I want to leave at least a spot open in case if we find something. No. Let's do it! It is weird on that song. I know Steady has slipped off into dreamland. So I don't get to answer her question until tomorrow about what I'm thinking about the game so far. I'm enjoying it.
What happened to this poor fellow Albert Hatcher? What did he see to make him lose his mind utterly? Surely losing a corpse he had buried is a black mark on his record. But something much worse must have happened. You must question the man at Arkham Asylum. That place has a sinister reputation. The longer he remains there, the less chance his mind will ever recover.
Hater, can I get you to do me a...
Mental disease is the worst fate I can imagine. Thankfully, it isn't infectious. Is it?
Is it? Can I get you to do me a favor and go to howlongtobeat.com and see what it says about this game?
I didn't expect the Grand Plaza, but this asylum is a real dump.
Let's ask someone where to find this gravekeeper, Albert Hatcher.
Article in the Arkham Advertiser. Black Magic in Arkham by Rex Murphy. Local woman, Miss R, claims her neighbor uses a voodoo in dispute over cat's use of a flower bed as its litter box. Soon after the argument over a common parcel of land between their houses reached a window rattling crescendo, according to witnesses. The neighbor in question threatened to buy a voodoo doll to secure his revenge. Soon after, Miss R's reported experiencing piercing back pain, preventing her from working in the flower garden she had planted between the houses. While some might dismiss the malady as the result of gardening labor or mere coincidence, this reporter, having seen the pin-like mark on Miss R's back, believes there is more than meets the eye to this breaking story. Rest assured, the advertiser will follow this story wherever it leads. That's bold, just straight up calling your newspaper an advertisement machine. Completionist 11 hours, main story 8.5. Okay, cool. Map of the asylum. On the billboard, a map of the asylum indicates a men's wing to the right, a women's to the left. Each floor comprises a different ward. Isolation on the first, recreation on the second, then floors for varying severity of illnesses. At the top are the doctor's offices, and in the basement is a boiler room. A note on the map indicates the boiler is out of order.
Here's a map of the asylum. Let's see where everything is.
First floor, isolation ward. Second floor, recreation. The floors above are divided by different types of illness. The doctor's offices are at the top.
Kind of wish it didn't just restate exactly what I just read, but okie doke.
Look at this note taped to the basement. There's a broken boiler down there.
I was just curious about the length of time to make sure that it's not like a stupid long playthrough, because this is one that I do want to try to give a full playthrough attempt to. Make no promise, tell no lie. A number of file folders lie on the table. Perhaps what you seek is in one of them. Fuck you. Inside one folder, you find a note reading, "Update, A. Hatcher's file, indicating his transfer to the isolation ward." In another, you find a telegraph added yesterday. "Heard of your patient, Hatcher. Stop. We are studying recent infectious outbreak in the New Orleans. Stop. In New Orleans, stop. Hatcher shows similar symptoms. Stop. Request you transfer Hatcher to us." No, stop. Oh my god, that sentence is left open.
It seems Albert Hatcher has been moved to the isolation ward.
He was moved because of violent behavior. Perhaps it's best he remains in the asylum.
Okay, well, it won't be tonight. It's not going to be like White Shadows where we finished it in one sitting.
Don't forget this telegram. According to the sender, others have shown symptoms like his.
We should investigate. This problem goes beyond a single mad gravekeeper.
And just to kind of make sure that I throw this out there, I know that Steadiest has stated that once she finishes Metaphor, she'll probably take a break from streaming. I'm not going to fill in on the days that she normally streams. I may every now and then, but I'm not planning on it. That way I don't burn myself out through the short period of time that she takes. If she looks like she's going longer than she had stated she was going to go, then I might start filling in some of those days, but not all of them. Because I do want time, now that I'm getting back to doing these ones where I'm archiving them on YouTube, I want to have time to kind of edit them down and stuff like that. And then also catch up on shows that I haven't watched. Because if I wasn't streaming, I was playing Metaphor, so I haven't been doing a lot else. This filing cabinet doesn't appear locked, but the door won't open. It must be jammed. We'll come back to it. How are you doing there, buddy? You seem like something's bothering you. Wow, I lost. Guard babbles something about a recent clamor. Most of what he says makes no sense, but you catch something about a gunshot and a broken window. Go ahead and give the gun to her, so that we have a couple of different options there when it comes to that stuff. Here's a bookcase in need of tidy. After moving some of the books and objects, you notice something useful. Put that there. Shards of glass glitter in a pool of fresh blood. It appears someone shot through the door's window. Before we move on, let's take a crack at this thing. All right. Keep in mind, a wrong action will cost me. What do you think we should do? Pull, force lock, or shake? Anyone? Everyone? I love that that guy is the same loudness no matter if I'm next to him or far away from him. By the way, this game is on Steam. For those of you that may end up interested in it. I'm gonna try to shake it since I'm not seeing anything. May not do anything. Shit. We're gonna force lock. Pull. That sucks. I didn't bring the watch either, so fuck, I can't reset the thing. So we're gonna get hit with a debuff real quick. Unless we find a watch. Oh, that's a fight waiting to happen. Let's... A patient file reads name, O'Banion Danny. Arrested during speakeasy raid, despite witness identification, denied being Danny O'Banion. Initial assessment determines patient believed he was telling the truth. Note, assigned to isolation ward since a gang leader could undoubtedly influence other inmates. Oh, good. Clean bandages. Oh, not use. What the fuck was that noise? Is that a fight? No, that's just a door. Wing A. Can we go here? Arkham Asylum has separate wings for men and women. This door leads to the woman's wing. You won't find your suspect there. So I guess we gotta go through the red glowing door. Oh shit.
Something's wrong here. Feels like my ears want to pop.
You're right. I've felt pressure in my head since we walked in the door.
Damn it. All right, let's save before we walk through this door.
What's wrong with these inmates?
I like how she puts up her dukes.
These inmates act as if they're possessed.
They're acting like wild animals.
Be careful what you say. That one heard you. I don't think he liked what you said.
Neither did his friends. They're coming straight at us.
They're coming right for us!
Wow, okay. I just immediately get pinged. And not the internet kind of way. Let's... Okay. Can he not? He cannot. Can he not? No, he can. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now we set his Overwatch, which is a very large area. This is probably a bad idea, having two people with guns. She doesn't look like she's handling it all that well. Can I check her stats real quick? Okay. All right, well. How about we then just set her... That may not work. Go. Ow. Oh, I guess Overwatch only works once. Oh, 2 sanity checks. Okay, but I didn't end as bad as I thought it would. How are we on bullets? I mean, point blank, that's got to do way more than just like a handful of points damage. Let's find out. 7? The dick you must fucketh. Alright, we're gonna set this. She should be able to kill this guy, right? Yeah. I agree. That's kind of a shit shot. Well, that dude moved, so he's getting plugged. And stay down. So we're going to reload. Only one fucking... Kill him. Thank you. Is that little bottom gonna come up? Oh, no. Okay.
What's all this clamor? Did you attack that patient?
What's up? What?
We were just defending ourselves. They attacked us.
And for the record, I didn't attack them. I fucking killed them.
They weren't acting normal. I mean, they were all acting the same kind of abnormal, almost like they weren't in control of their actions.
While perhaps too simple for medical use, your diagnosis seems correct. I must concur. This is not the sort of behavior we've come to expect from these patients.
Normally, they're quite docile. They just sit in the corner and play Magic the Gathering.
Are you one of the asylum doctors?
No, I'm a guest.
My name is Carolyn Fern. While I have admitting privileges, no, I am not on staff.
What's going on here?
I know little more than you. When I arrived to see Dr. Mintz, I noticed a strange pattern of behavior among the inmates. At first, they appeared timid, but soon even the meekest among them grew agitated, aggressive. The center of the activity is in the isolation ward. Speaking of which, what are you doing here?
We're going to the isolation ward to apparently see the center of the activity.
We're friends of Professor Wilhelmina Tillinghast, whose body was stolen the night Albert Hatcher had his breakdown. We want to ask Hatcher a few questions.
Like where, when, why, and how.
I doubt he'll be coherent, but perhaps I can help. Besides, I want to understand the cause of this disturbance among the patients. Just promise me you'll be gentle with them.
We could certainly use your help. And there's safety in numbers.
If I had known I was getting her, I would have taken a musician instead.
Let us hope that this new addition to your group will help discover what happened to the Gravekeeper, as well as to these poor, unfortunate souls in the asylum.
Oh, don't bless your heart to them, or bless their heart to, you know what I mean. Carolyn Fern, new investigator, open character sheet. Dr. Carolyn Fern came to Arkham Asylum to examine an unusual patient. Even in her short time at the asylum, she has distinguished herself. Hold on. Okay. Distinguished herself for a novel method of studying dreams through hypnosis. The rumor will suggest that she has an ulterior motive for visiting Arkham. Something to do with a former patient who died under unusual circumstances while in her care. Whatever the reason for her initial visit, she remains at Arkham out of the concern for the patients. Group therapy. Carolyn increases the probability of the group's weapons striking the enemy with a condition. Ooh, nice. Okay. So let's get you weaponed up. Also, let's move this down here. Put this over here. Go ahead and put since she said average on that, that's creepy. Yep, there we are. What's my next move? Okay, steel garbage bin filled with a nasty conglomeration of medical and office waste. You shudder to imagine the damp globs you might find among crumpled paper and other rubbish if you were to search it for useful items. A touch might reveal more than a look. Oh! Damn, Daniel. Okay, well that didn't do anything that I wanted it to do. And I didn't bring the cigarettes. So there's no curing that. Well, we're just gonna have to keep fumbling along. There are so many supplies in the steel cabinet that only a careful search can determine whether there's something of interest inside. You must look through this carefully. Hey, look, cigarettes! We're gonna go ahead and use those on the old Betty. That's fine. I feel like if I walk back there, we're gonna start something. So I'm gonna go in here. The journal reads, patient remains insistent he is not Danny O'Banion. Despite witness and police identification, his manner and personality do seem at odds with the reputation of the notorious gang leader. Sometimes I almost believe him. Close safe with the classic 3-number dial lock. Okay, we'll come back to that. Oh, fuck yes. Okay, we got one of these. Give that to young Doc. Like so many old tomes, this one has a lock securing the pages. Let's try the lockpick. Yay! And we got some. Wow, that's a lot of bandages. Okay, so that lets us know that there is a max of 5 that somebody can carry. Which probably explains why the guns only hold 5 rounds, even though those are clearly 6-shooters. Clearly. I was hoping we would find the combination to the safe. It might be in the other room. All right, the note reads, a young man visited to inquire about his missing father, Shane O'Brien. His description matches that of the patient O'Banion. Surely this was a feeble ruse by one of the O'Banion gang to effect the release of their leader. But this young man returns, calling Chief Nichols at once. Yeah, because there's no fucking way that they could possibly be wrong. Magic to get. Magic cards right there, I'm telling you. Bookcase in need of tidying. It might take a little time, but you might find useful book in this disorder search. Should be carefully considered the titles of these books before proceeding. Read the titles. Fuck, we got a magic book. Hold on. Who has the magic? Oops, sorry. Don't want to destroy that. Let's take a look at the character sheets real quick. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Weak, magic average, magic weak. Okay, so she needs... Oh, what the fuck? That scared the shit out of me. Okay, so we got the things on the right people. The record player's stuck. I don't feel comfortable. Fix this because it's going to drive me absolutely insane. God damn it. A Victrola phonograph skips constantly over the same worn track. The repetitive sound could drive one mad. Good thing you're already in an asylum. Inside the chest, you find a doctor's lab coat. It seems a strange place to leave one. Is there a doctor among the patients? Or vice versa? Either possibility is troubling. Oh, good. Someone left a game of memory on the table. Although it's unfinished, you can tell by the arrangement of cards that the player was winning. There's hope for recovery. At least the piano didn't try to bite my fucking head off. Oh, what's this back here? When I was in high school, I had a trench coat like this. I don't know what possessed me to immediately throw out that little tidbit of information, but just that you get... It's like a tan beige type of color. A scuffed and scarred wooden chest. It isn't locked, but it feels jammed shut. Trench coat, then all staff thought you were sus then. I mean, they did, but it was before the incident that had the issues. Like, it was well before that. Like, I started wearing a trench coat when I was in middle school, and I graduated in 98. So probably 93, 92. Because I was inspired by Gambit, even though the one I ended up with made it look like I was more really into Columbo. More ciggies. Oh, we don't have a space for the ciggies. I could just use it. In fact, I had a history teacher that called me Columbo. Oh, wait, hold on. Gun's not equipped. There we go. In high school, for some reason, the teachers gave me and my group of friends, at least in senior year, they gave us the name the Dark Children. Which is funny because I was like the only one that wore all black. All the rest of them just hung out with me. So it was kind of one of those things where it's like, don't lump them into. I mean, it is fitting. You're correct. Because even then, my nickname, or the nickname I used in certain circles, was Dark One. Not missing anything. Fuck my brain. Littered with bloody gauze and pools of unidentified bodily fluids, this operating table would give a health inspector a heart attack. Among the dirty operating tools scattered across its surface, you spot something useful. You found a new item. Radithor removes a random condition. I don't have a spot for that. So we're going to leave it. Okay, good. It stays there. Awesome. The plate and cutlery lie on the windowsill. The tableau, forming a wistful scene. Whoever dined here must have gazed longingly outside. Something seems wrong with this picture. Perhaps moving these things around will reveal something of interest. Things around. A piece of paper glued to the bottom of the plate reads 1 through 12. Or 1 and 12. One piece of paper. I want to try that. Wasn't in here. It's over here. Just in case it triggers something. Really? I can't change that number, so that's weird. The note reads, the orderlies confiscated another journal from patient O'Banion. Let me emphasize that this patient should not be permitted access to writing materials. His writing only reinforces the delusion caused by his identity disorder. Should you find him writing again, have him transferred to my room downstairs. Mr. Mintz. That sounds ominous as fuck. especially with a dead body right here. And
So much blood. This man is beyond help.
really,
What could have savaged him so?
What was that noise? It came from down the hall.
Over there.
I don't want to find out. Patient is dead, but by himself, he couldn't possibly be the source of so much blood. The trail leads down to the other end of the corridor, from which you hear a terrible noise. Two of our characters failed. Sanity check. The door is isolated when it is locked. Okay, what about... Excuse me, pardon me. It's locked. Okay. That looks like somebody shit in the bed. Pipe. We'll be back for you. Should take a look through all of this. Note in the patient's file, it reads, Patient A. Hatcher to be transferred to isolation ward due to violent behavior. Patient complains of stomach aches, although the injuries to his abdominal region appear to be healing well. Don't worry about the screaming. We're just taking our time finding all the things. Bloodstained scalpels and other filthy operating instruments cover this operating table. Searching it might reveal a useful item. You just hope you don't cut yourself and get an infection. I need to touch it to be sure. Thank God she's here. Don't worry about the screaming, it's fine. A note from the cabinet. Albert Hatcher moved to Arkham in 1916. Boom. Neighbors and colleagues describe him as friendly, although he remains single and childless. He is unaffiliated with any local church or social organization. He occasionally invites friends to play poker at the cemetery when his duties allow. Initial assessment is of a healthy mind and body before the incident. This breakdown could not have been predicted. This save file could have been. All right. What's behind door number 1? Holy shit, it's a nemesis. I met Tyrant.
What on earth is that thing? It can't be real.
What is this strange creature? Some sort of natural mutation. Studying it could reveal heretofore unknown truths above the... but perhaps now is not the time.
I don't think this is a boss.
It looks impossible, but part of it is, or was, human.
Maybe mini-boss? Reborn. Ah, god damn, I can take a hit to the fucking the sanity. That's nice. Is that really not gonna do? Hardly any damage? Fantastic. Put the rest of the room on Overwatch. What do it do? Well, let's find out. Ah, your fucking Overwatch sucks. Hopefully I don't miss and hit my own person. Thank God. That sucks. I wish I could bank the points, but... Oh, no. Oh, shit, he's stunned. Fuck. Definitely not somebody I want stunned, but whatever. Shit is happening. Okay. Damn. Stick-ups, bitch. So was that the graveyard keeper? Oh.
Hardly believe we beat that thing.
Its skin is hard as steel.
Can barely stand to look at it. Makes me feel like I'm going mad.
Be careful. I'm afraid that thing might still be alive.
There must be some clue about where it came from in the asylum. Maybe we can find some way to get rid of it.
Set the bitch on fire. Jesus. Were we not... The Fed, were you not paying attention in the last chapter? Jesus. Looks like the flood from Halo.
Wait, do you hear that? Someone is sobbing in a nearby room. There, the operating room. We should see who it is.
It's an asylum. Somebody is sobbing in probably every fucking room. You know what? I'm not going to click on him. I think that's going to be a sanity check. Newspaper article from the Arkham Gazette. Body vanishes. Gravekeeper mad by Gerard White. Sorry. The body of the professor, late of Arkham University. Arkham University. We were at a different university. Has disappeared from its plot. The body. Local police found gravekeeper Albert Hatcher in a deranged state at the site. Mr. Hatcher responded to inquiries only with cries of black goat and unintelligible gibberish. Concern for the gravekeeper's mental state caused authorities to transport him to Arkham Asylum under the care of Dr. Mintz. Concern for the gravekeeper's mental state, not in the 19 whatevers. Hey, look, it's that painting. Jupiter devouring his son, or whatever we figured out it was called. Okay, so what door did we come in? I guess the one that's open. Fuck did that hurt? We still don't have room for that shit. Hold on, we gotta reload. Damn. Running low on bullets. Actually, we should probably... Probably shouldn't have grabbed that. Probably should have grabbed the pipe. All right. Hold on. We're going to do the first, like, save scumming. See if it works. First, well, it sits here for a second. I'm going to run to the map. So let's see. Does it have an effective autosave? Really? That's interesting. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the clock. Then we're going to go back here because I think something back here.
We shouldn't leave before we find out who that is crying in the operating room.
Fuck. Okay. Eyes wide, a doctor stares at you as if realizing he's been spotted while trying to hide. His lips tremble and he cowers away from you. Some never talk unless they're scared. Okay, so we gotta scare them. I don't like that did that. Here, take it, he says, handing you a key. It's for the isolation ward. Affixed to the key is a cardboard tag reading cells. This could come in handy if you want to get inside a cell or if you need to get out of one. Right, well, let's take a look around. See what's in here. Clutter litters the top of this cabinet, but the doors are locked. Obviously, this thing requires some sort of manipulation. Let's manipulate. We got bullets, baby! Let's fucking go! Oh, that gun is ruined! Damn. Okay. A note on the table reads, keep all cell lights extinguished until the boiler is repaired. Corridor lights must remain on in case of emergency. Tell any patient who complains of the dark that the situation is temporary. I'm sorry, you afraid of the dark? Well, that's too bad. We gotta fix the boiler first. Get over your irrational fear that probably is the reason that you're fucking here. A row of pill bottles lines the shelf. One is marked dosage. 1 tablet daily to soothe anxiety. You consider taking one yourself. Everybody came +1. Nice. So if I'm not mistaken, this is actually based off a board game, which I'm kind of getting inklings that I need to add this thing to my Amazon wish list. There was something I wanted to look at. The voice actor that did the crying stuff, fantastic work. I don't like it. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it because it's unnerving me. Okay. We're gonna leave those for now. Surgical instruments crusted with blood and other organic matter crowd this disgusting sink. Even a glance at the mess is enough to turn your stomach, but you spot something beneath all the clutter. I'm gonna move because pat down doesn't seem like it would be the correct thing. Ooh! All right, cool. So she's gonna get that. And I think what we're going to go ahead and do is reload it down to 0. And we'll equip that. So I think she was okay. Which is average at both, so that's fine. I'm carrying around a weak. Oh, hydrate. For success. All right. What's going to happen as soon as we try to walk out of this room? Oh, I thought he was going to get up and try to attack us. Okay. So this was... Well, I don't even need to worry about it anymore now. I think there was a pipe back here. crazy? Felt like there was a pipe in one of these. Wasn't that? So leave the meat cleaver equipped. Someone rubbed poopy all over those walls. Hey, is that the emblem for the punk band Pennywise? Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, not. Mm-hmm. All right, so you need 3 to shoot. So let's move you. Goddamn. Okay. Can she not utilize? What? Oh, no, it needs to be 3. Fuck. Or 4. My bad. No, 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 no. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, all right. It is long overdue. Since we're like 18 minutes out from ending. All right. Everybody get up. Get your stretchers in. Come on. Give it a little wiggle. All right. Stand up. Clasp your wrists. Point your palms towards the ceiling and push up. Then we're going to go to the right. And then we're going to go to the left. And then we're going to go back. Whoop, shit, almost fell over down to the touchstones. Come back up. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. Roll them forward 3 times. Roll your neck clockwise 3 times. And then counterclockwise 3 times. Shake it out. Good stretch. Shoot. God damn. really wish I had fucking destroyed the... Nah, damn it. Oh. Oh. You motherfucker. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Oh, this is gonna go real fucking bad. Oh, he was blinded. That's good. Impossible. Okay. Good. He's close enough to just straight up attack. Oh, well, never mind.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Okay, first things first. Well, that's not the cop. Damn. Alright. Upon the desk lies a patient's file. Unfortunately, the handwriting is all but illegible. Well, that's the fucking doctor's handwriting for you. Need to touch it to be sure. check this dude before we go in there. Visual examination should be sufficient. Oh, we got that fucking bullshit. Okay. Reload to 0. Destroy. Shit, what is the other piece of paper? What did the other piece of paper say? Was it 1 and 21? 1-12. This one is 34-2. Oh, trauma acquired, daydreaming. You remember that lovely time on the beach when the sun was shining? Oh, your mind wandered off again. Initiative slightly lowered. Oh, well, that's not bad. Suffering trauma. Once an investigator's sanity reaches 0, a trauma will be inflicted on him or her. Your investigator can be affected by up to 3 different traumas simultaneously. A 4th trauma will upgrade an existing trauma. If your investigators accumulate too many traumas too quickly, it can change the course of events. These traumas can be purged by leaving the investigator at the office between scenarios. Okay. Oh. Wait, did he use the cigarettes? Okay, either way. It's giving me some darkest dungeon type of vibes. Do you want to talk? Ow. Damn it. An asylum patient stands before you, initially calm. I've accepted my fate, he says. In Arkham Asylum, death comes before any cure. His eyes grow wild as he pulls at his hair. My only regret is that my recipe, my life's work, shall die with me. No one has proven worthy of it. It shall die with me. Perhaps it'd be best to proceed with a social nicety. Perhaps it would be best to proceed with social. Charm? Okay. The agitated madman gazes into your eyes as if weighing a decision. Yes, he says, you are worthy. He leans close and whispers 2 parts of the clearest rum, 1 part dry vermouth, and a dash of orange liqueur. A hiccup escapes his mouth, and he adds, I tended bar before Prohibition. He giggles before mumbling to himself and leaving you oddly thirsty. That laugh sounds like mine. As much as I hate to admit that. A note scratched into the wall. What am I doing here? Who is this O'Banion? I'm sure that's not me, but I've been confused. Could they be right? Oh, okay, that was weird. Oh. Mad-Eye Moody's gonna get a trauma. The nape of your neck tingles, and all the fine hairs on your arms rise as you see the as esoteric as symbols covering the walls and floor. They are written in blood, and while you do not understand the language, the words look somehow familiar.
Is this a patient's room? What happened to this place?
Nothing human could have caused so much damage.
It must have been the creature.
Just look at what it did. No orderlies could hope to restrain it.
A person made this writing. Did the creature drag him away? If not...
This symbol on the floor looks familiar.
It's the same symbol we saw in the professor's office.
What a curious development.
Monophobia. Everyone else is gone. You're all alone. How can you possibly survive? Low chance of sanity loss when last standing in combat. No, we don't need to check on him. That's fine. Was this the place that had the... No, okay. I swear I left a pipe behind somewhere. That laugh right there.
What's that noise behind us?
Good.
It sounds like the creature. Is it following us? Is it hunting us?
Fascinating. It is intelligent enough to stalk prey.
Damn, it can move real far. I don't think she's going to be able to squeeze that one here, is she? I should have. Ah, damn it. Some bullets were stolen. Okay, well, he still gets a chance to attack, so that's... might be dumb, though. We don't have to do that. Ah, damn it. Fuck. She knocked that motherfucker out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that gun's about to break. Okay. There was somewhere I left a fucking item. Fuck, it's gotta be moved. It can't be just immediately used. Well, that sucks. What are we looking for? Were we leaving? Did we not go into this? Oh, let's see. Oh, Jesus. I was not ready for a fight. I guess you guys will get one. I mean, I was kind of ready, but not. Yeah, that gun's really taking a beating. Bammo! Macko! Oh. What, is he gonna heal? Yeah. Really? God damn. That hit good. Oh, shit. Damn, I've only got one person that's not going to have trauma. Losing health every few steps. Wow. That sucks. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I thought that was going to do better than it did. I don't know if I want you to move. Alright, that's alright. So, okay, she's at 24. Will-built cabinet is locked shut. Lockpick. Really? Fuck. Find flaws? God damn it. Force lock. Up. Lucky rabbits. I can't fucking take that shit. But I will use this opportunity to reload my gun. Various papers are scattered across the doctor's desk. There's no obvious rhyme or reason to their order. Among the disorganized papers, you find a file on Albert Hatcher. 5th of February, 1926, patient A. Hatcher admitted to the asylum, and initial assessment determines he is to be placed in the psychosis ward. 6th of February, 1926, patient proves increasingly violent. Orderlies struggle to control him. Patient transferred to the isolation cell until behavior improves. 7th of February, 1926, upon routine inspection, cell discovered in disarray. Patient not immediately visible. He attacked from hiding, and he had undergone some radical physical transformation. I can hardly bring myself to write these words. Such a thing should be medically impossible. When I saw it with my own eyes, I withdrew at once, leaving the orderlies to secure the poor Mr. Hatcher. And yet I can still feel it. I can hear the sound, know the signal, the call. Patients, orderlies, doctors are all the same. We must heed the call.
These notes indicate the creature is actually Albert Hatcher, the Gravekeeper. How is that possible?
I've never even read of a disease that could cause such a radical physical transformation.
Was there a contamination? Or is this a natural process in the creature's life cycle?
Guess we won't be getting any answers from the Gravekeeper.
If a patient told me this, I would suspect he was delusional. Albert Hatcher, the Gravekeeper, has transformed into this abomination?
I can't believe that monster used to be human.
Science is full of phenomena that appear miraculous, even to trained scientists. This is something new. Something worthy of study. Once circumstances become less life-endangering, naturally.
It's hard to believe, but the creature did look like a human being that had been taken over by, I don't know, some kind of controlling parasite?
I'm beginning to suspect that creature is the source of the mental disturbance among the patients. I myself can feel a pressure in my mind. If we stay here too long, I fear it might take over our actions also.
Our weapons were useless against the thing. Even all the asylum staff haven't been able to repel the creature.
It's too bad we don't have a dozen rifles and a dozen soldiers to fire them.
That broken boiler makes a lot of noise. Maybe we could start it up to lure the creature into a trap.
There must be something down there we can use as an explosive. Perhaps some fuel.
You can't honestly think you have a chance against that beast. The most prudent course is to flee this place at once. Let others deal with that fascinating specimen.
Ah, the American way. Let somebody else deal with it.
We can't just leave the inmates and staff at the mercy of the monster. What if it got out? All of Arkham would be at risk.
The stairs to the boiler room are near the entrance.
Okay. Well, even though it's showing it saving there, I'm going to save. And we're going to quit. That's going to be it for tonight. Oh, crap. I'm going to need to write this. Hold on. Let me write that down. Hi, TV. Yes, I know. Excited to go outside. Hold on a second. Give me the thing. Well, all right, 1-12 space. That's 34 dash. There we go. Okay, we got that taken care of. Now, put that up. Is there anybody streaming? Oh boy. Surreal's doing more. The Void Crew. Yep, we'll be back to this game. I wanna try to beat it. So we'll see how that goes. Make no promise, tell no lie type of situation. Well, let's get this set up. Let's get our asses over. Just making sure he wasn't ending. Start raid. All right, I'm gonna get you guys over to Surreal. He's gonna play some some of the old Void crew. I know Hater loves that, so we'll get that going. Y'all have a beautiful evening. Thank you for hanging out. You're the greatest people on the face of the planet. Don't let anybody tell you any differently. And come back to Steady's this channel tomorrow night for more Metaphor. Have a good night, y'all.